Hi everybody, Arnora back again with another tutorial. I tried recording a purple, like super dramatic look, and it doesn't want to encode right, so I'm trying a different method this time, and I figured since today is National Coming Out Day, I'm gonna do a Pride themed one. In this case, since I am trans, I'm gonna do a trans Pride themed look. Specifically the eyes. We'll see what I can do with the lip. But yeah, so we're gonna throw on some pink, blues, and whites, and see how that goes. My recommendation, this one's going to be sort of trans-centric. If you're male to female transitioning and you haven't had the opportunity to get laser hair removal or electrolysis or anything, it definitely helps to shave before makeup application, and use a really good moisturizer slash aftershave type thing. I get all of my razors and facial hair care products from Dollar Shave Club, and their after dew shave has been really helpful. And then of course I use a moisturizer, which right now I'm using the Murad moisturizer. It's over there and I'm lazy, so I'm not going to go show it to you. And then after you're all moisturized, you definitely want to use a toner after or before moisturizer as well. That helps keep your skin from, well, looking like mine, but mine's had 33-ish years of neglect. So don't do that. I also have like some sort of psoriasis thing there. I'm going to try and cover that up as well. But the first thing we're going to do is the eyes. And the reason for that is when you do your eyes, eyeshadow has a tendency to sort of poof and go everywhere. So you don't want to get your like foundation all perfect and then have a big purple streak or whatever, which actually is what happened in my last video, which I will absolutely upload if I can get it to encode right. So for now, Andrea, I apologize. This one's not purple. Anywho, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've already shaved, tonered, moisturized, everything. So we're going to start with a primer for the eyes. Same stuff I used last time, Luminizer primer from Dr. Brandt. And just takes a bit on your finger and then dabbing it on. Try to dab and not rub because it stretches the skin out, and can cause further lines if you're worried about that. I earned all my lines from laughing a lot these past years, so I'm not super worried about it. They do, however, kind of make it a pain to apply eye makeup sometimes. Especially liner that isn't like super squishy. It tends to drag. But okay, now that we're all primed, let's start with our base coats. For this, I'm going to use a combination of palettes. This is my favorite palette so far. It's got lots of colors. All colors, plus white, which is important for Trans Pride flag, as well as pinks and blues. And then I also have some morph colors that were given to me by a friend. I don't know what happened to this. I think it fell. So I have all sorts of colors. They're hyper pigmented. I love this red. We're not going to be using it today. But this pink is super pigmented as well. As well as the blue. I'm not sure if we'll use the blue though, since it's kind of a darker blue than your typical Trans Pride. And then before we get into applying that, I want to go over something that's used a lot in cooking, which I find helps, and it's mise en place. So get everything that you're like thinking you're gonna use and just sort of lay it out. So I've got like all of my shadows or all of my palettes that I'm going to be using shadows from. I've got my foundation, my highlighter, contour, and also a cup of water, which I use for moistening things. So when I do my liquid foundation, I'm going to be using a sponge, which I dunked in the water. And that's just going to tap, 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 tap. And then I'm going to do my powder foundation with a brush. But for this, we need to start with a base coat. I'm actually going to do a base coat of white. And for this, I'm going to get a clean eyeshadow brush. I'm going to get it wet, right? Boop. And then just sort of, just so it's damp. I know some people hate the M word, so I'm going to try not to use it. And then just going to get the white on there, just like that. And use a mirror over here real quick. Yeah. So you're just brushing it on, and getting the brush wet first helps it really sort of stick to the eyelid as well as the primer does. So this isn't showing up super well, so we're gonna do some more. And with it not showing up that well, that's okay, because I have a Ciate London eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow, that we're gonna put on there for the actual white in the trans flag. But it's good to have a base coat for everything to stick to. There we go. We're gonna try this ambidextrously. Maybe. I must be getting better at this. And also, I apologize that it always looks like I'm looking down and to the right there or left. I'm not really sure from your point of view. But my phone is my camera right now, so the camera's up here, but my screen is over here, so that's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna try and remember to look at the camera more when I'm actually talking to you and not staring at my face. But we'll see. Okay, so now we've got the base coat applied. We're gonna move on to our three colors. So the three colors that we're using are light blue, pink, and white. So the light blue that I'm going to be using is going to be this sort of sky blue, not the teal, sky blue. The pink that we're using is going to be the Morph pink, which is this one. So they're all going to be metallic colors. And then the white that I have is this, here it is, this super glittery, shiny, oh my god, Ciate. This is called Eye Luster Creme Eyeshadow by Ciate London. I also have one of their new metallics that's purple. It's super pretty. I'm not super sure how enthused I am about cream eyeshadows, but we'll find out. So first thing I'm going to do is start on the outside and go in. I'm not very good at like hard lines between them, so I'm going to do a gradient. Brushes. Okay. So just load up your brush here. And I'm using a flat-ish brush. with short bristles. And the reason I'm doing that is because it gives me a little bit more control. And I just want to tap it in, just like Happy Gilmore. Just give it a little tappy. And the way we're gonna, or the way I'm gonna do this at least, is since the trans flag is blue, pink, white, pink, blue, I'm gonna do blue on the outside, pink in the middle, and then white in the corners. For a couple of reasons. One, then my whole face becomes a trans flag. And if everybody didn't already know I'm gay, they will then. And then also symmetry. And because white is kind of the hardest thing to get to show up, I want to do the least of it. There we go. And I'm going to do each color as we go on each eye. So, got the blue there. And then we're going to do the left eye. And try and make them even here. And yes, I do want it on the under, or on the lower lid. You know, this is a Pride look, so we're going for a lot of drama. One of my favorite things to say is I don't like drama in any aspect of my life except my makeup, because dramatic makeup is amazing. At least I think so. Yeah, and I think this is going to be pretty cool. We'll see. I might totally botch it and you all get to see that on camera, which is also fine because people are going to mess up. You need to know that it's okay to mess up. Otherwise, how else do you learn? Kind of look like a video game character now. Okay, so now that the blue's done, we are going to grab another brush without any shadow on it. Or, yeah, without any shadow on it. And we're going to grab that Morph Pink. So that's, again, this one and this one. All the colors I'm using are metallic today. Because if you're going to be dramatic, you might as well be shiny too. And who doesn't like being shiny? I apologize for all you're seeing is my hand right now, but this is hard to do with. There we go. Yeah, well, it looks coming together. So, and if any of this seems too hard, too complicated, it's not, at least for me. The way I look at it is, it's no different than like coloring or painting, except it's on your face. I think I said this in the last video. The way I sort of approached makeup is being in the SCA. I paint charters a lot, so that's just sort of how I approached it. Was like I was doing something important that's going to hang on somebody's wall, hopefully for forever. So take your time. The plus side is if you screw up your makeup, it's a lot easier to fix than if you screw up a charter. I'm gonna do the pink a little bit more, I think. I like this pink though. Don't mind the frequent blinking. I apparently can't tell left or right when I'm looking at my eyeballs. Okay. Okay. Drama. And then next is this stuff. Oh my gosh, look at that glitter. Can you see that glitter? It's gonna be shiny. Let's... Oh. And that's why we don't do our foundation yet. Okay. So with that being a cream glitter, you want to let it dry out just a bit before you blend it. This is pretty liquidy and it'll just spread all over. Oof. Let's see if I can do this with my left hand here. I think I need more pink on that left eye too. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit more pink on that left eye, and then we're just gonna get a super soft tapered brush and sort of blend everything into a gradient. And then after that, I actually have a metallic black liner. It's labeled as a highlighting powder, but I think the only thing it highlights is nothing, because it's black. It's super pretty though. So that's what we're gonna do for our liner. After we grab, I have it around here somewhere. Thought I had it around here somewhere. There we go. Tapered blending brush, and just start from the blue and go in, and it softens those lines. You can also go down, and then with the cream glitter I just sort of tap it, and it also sort of spreads the glitter over the whole eye, which is nice. Or it looks like somebody did naughty things in your eye. So we're gonna reapply that, but that one looks better. Try not to stick the brush in your eyeball, like I just did. Oh, it doesn't look bad from far away. I think we might touch it up with the white powder, now that it's got something better to stick to here. And I'm just going to use a crease brush. Crease brush. Ugh. It's not wanting to focus. Anyway, it's an e.l.f. brand crease brush. And just sort of boop, 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 boop. It'll even everything out here, or just completely remove it all. You know, it's an experiment. We're learning together. No, that doesn't look terrible.